So it looks like the NBA Finals is set. The Celtics, obviously already a lock, and the Mavs looking like they're going to close out their 3-0 series against the Wolves. Obviously, no team has ever come back from 3-0, so I think we can lock that in right now. The Mavs and the Celtics, man, I think not a lot of people predicted this. A lot of people had the Celtics, including me, going to the finals. But I also had Denver going to the finals. I know a lot of people had Denver going to the finals. And if not Denver, I know a lot of people had the Young Thunder going, or even the Clippers. So the Mavs making the finals is honestly really cool. It's going to be a fun one, in my opinion. Who's going to win? Honestly, looking at this matchup, if Porzingis comes back, if he is going to be huge for this matchup. Because the Mavericks love to spam lobs. They love to spam lobs to Gafford, and also if Lively comes back for the series, that's huge for the Mavs. Because Lively and Gafford lob spam is hard to stop. We've seen it all playoffs. That's what they did against the Clippers especially. And the Celtics don't really have a lot of size that can get up with that. They have athletic players, but when you have Gafford and Lively coming left and right and Luka throwing lobs to them and PJ Washington, that's hard to stop. And the Celtics need Porzingis to be in there. If Porzingis is playing in this series, it's going to be a lot harder for the Mavericks to win the game. And games in general, because Porzingis can stop those lobs. Now, he is injured. I think he's coming back. I'm not sure exactly if he'll be back for the whole finals. Hopefully he will be back. But, I mean, if they get Porzingis into foul trouble, it's gonna be hard to stop the lob spam. Obviously, the Celtics are one of the most complete teams in the NBA right now. They have 2 all-defensive guards. They have Tatum and Brown, who just won ECF MVP. And so the Celtics are ready, and they're locked in for this game. And for this series, they've looked like the best team in the NBA for the whole year, including the playoffs. And so my official prediction is going to be Celtics in 6. I think the Celtics will win the finals in 6 games. And I know in my last video, it seems like the comments didn't really understand. I wasn't saying the ring was going to be tainted. I think the ring is still a ring. I'm saying the media is going to taint the ring. The media is going to say that they had an easy run and that it could have been a lot worse and they could have lost to this team and blah, 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 and injuries. I didn't say any of that. I'm saying that's what the media is going to say. I was predicting that. So y'all can go back and watch that video again. That's not what I was trying to say. I'm not trying to taint the ring at all. Anyway, going into this series, Luka and Kyrie obviously going to be tough guards. But the Celtics have exactly what they need to guard that. They have Derek White and Drew Holiday, 2 of the best perimeter defenders in the whole NBA. What else can you ask for there? You look at the Wolves and you say, oh, they had Ant and Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, those are good defenders. Ant and Jaden McDaniels are great defenders. But Drew Holiday and Derek White, this is what they make their living on, is playing defense against these stars in clutch moments. Drew Holiday's been doing it for his whole career. He's locked up plenty of guys like Devin Booker, prime Damian Lillard in the playoffs. You can go watch that series. He had Dame in the torture chamber. So moving into this, I think the Celtics are going to drop probably 2 games, maybe one at home and one on the road. But Celtics in 6 seems like the best prediction here and seems like what's going to happen. No hate to the Mavericks. They've had an amazing run. They obviously had to play the Clippers in the first round. It's a hard matchup. They won in 6. Then they had to play the 1-seed Thunder. Great team. Also kind of dominated that series, in my opinion. They probably could have won in 5 if Luka didn't have that one game where he had a bunch of turnovers and was complaining to the refs. And then they've looked dominant against the Timberwolves. They're up 3-0. And I'm not saying they're going to sweep the Timberwolves, but they're going to win the series. They're up 3-0. And even if they win in 7, they're going to win the series. So moving forward, it's going to be a good finals here. Seeing the Celtics come back, I really don't think that they're going to fall short this year. They didn't really have everything it took in that 2022 series against the Warriors, who had everything it took, and they've done it before. So I really think that the Celtics coming out on top, and it's going to, go into next year, we're going to have a lot of rankings where it's going to be all over the place. With Tatum with the ring, Jaylen Brown now, Luka making a finals. It's going to be all over the place, especially the rise in Anthony Edwards in the playoffs and, Jokic falling and winning MVP and Embiid. It's just going to be the ranking players after this is going to be super difficult. But the Celtics are going to be the champions. I said it in my last video, and I'm saying it here again. Celtics in 6 against the Mavericks. And I think Finals MVP will be Jason Tatum. But